right, hello and welcome to First Reformed Take. It's Mike. Seth is on a really bad call connection, and we have done even less planning for this than ever before. We are just
True,
this is a
but
phone call.
the idea I have is yeah, with this is first reform take on the road. And the idea I have for this is pretty much pure vibes anyway, so it's like you don't need that much prep for this.
I also have for this episode a list of 20 things I wrote down while watching the NBA playoffs in a depressed phase a week ago. I feel pretty good now, actually. Um, that we can
Yeah,
go over.
you're in a good place now. Adam Silver has solved tanking, so that's really brought up your mood.
I love the tanking. Let's just
It's
start there because can you explain to me if I'm right? I'll tell you what I see the tanking, what I think I heard it was. I read a
okay.
paragraph of what you sent.
Yeah.
So instead of having the weird odds where they draw like numbered ping pong balls, which is what they do now, it's annoying. They just give each team a certain amount of ping pong balls. You get two if you're one, two, or third worst team. You get two if you lost the play-in. You get three if you're 4 to 10, and you get one if you won the play-in games.
Um,
That's
I think that's correct. I'm just looking. Let me see the
that's how
email.
I understand it, and I actually think that's simple and not
Um,
that bad. There's also
no,
some stuff that you can't be in the top five twice or something, which is ludicrous
I
and
didn't.
very funny.
See that. I didn't see that. Yeah. I mean, my understanding is that so the top three teams are in something called the relegation zone, which means you get, I think, like you said, two ping pong balls, but then you can't drop lower than 12, which is
Adam Silver
meaningless.
is guy obsessed with soccer who has never watched a soccer game. There are
Correct.
many such types.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you could do a soccer pod with our buddy Mike J, and he could definitely elucidate his disdain for like Southeast Asian Ronaldo fans who do not
Yeah,
actually
he
watch the
could.
games. Anyway,
It's where his
one
takes
through
get the most
three,
adventurous.
one through three get two ping pong balls. Four through 14 or four through 10 get three
Get
ping pong
three.
balls, but their floor is 16, which again, meaningless. 10 through
Yeah.
14 get or 11 through 14 get two ping pong balls, and then the 7-8 game losers each get one.
No, the
And then the
winners get
winners and
one.
then the winners of the play-in games don't include the lottery, which completely contradicts the other idea of
Uh,
we want the teams to win more. This is fucking moronic. And
yes, it is, but
it's
it's
solving a non-problem, which tanking is not a real problem. Tanking is a problem this
it's a
year because there's
distraction
an
from the genocide,
outlier.
Seth.
You're going to have to be more specific.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I'm
Actually,
still on
no.
the take. That's a political distraction or something
Moving,
because
moving
I
on.
don't.
Moving on. The genocide of the white man. Yeah, I'm on
Yeah,
the
of Con
road
Knueppel.
in like hard red Ohio territory right now. So yeah, like all the political signs I'm seeing, like
Yeah, I'll
vote
be
for a
teaching there in
conservative
3 years.
Republican. Yeah, vote for a conservative Republican. I'm like, why are you guys doubling down on that now? There has never been a worse time in America to be a conservative Republican. Everyone's mad at you guys. But yeah, this is a non-problem because it's a historical outlier draft. There's 3 to 5 guys who would legitimately go number one in most draft years at the top. So
Yeah,
yeah, everyone's
four, I
trying to be
think.
shitty on purpose. You know, I it's very stupid. This will all shake out within a year. They will take a victory lap for just making the draft more complicated than ever. When you, Waylon, had the solution to tanking that you shared with me, did we talk about that
Yes, I
last week?
don't
Yeah,
think
we
we
did.
did. And
No, no, no,
funny
you
enough,
did. You did. That
I
the
want to say
that
though,
mask off. What? Yeah. What?
Brendo basically came up with it on his own, unless he just listens to the pod, which no.
He does not. No,
No, no one does. But
no.
if he did, hello. But yeah, he also did. The mask
Well, you
off,
can
just
just
Adam Silver makes it. It's what we already do.
yeah. Adam Silver mask off. I will say I met ESPN has a new lotto simulator that actually lets you simulate each pick
Oh,
one by one. So you
I'm gonna
get
do
sort
it.
of the a sample of the thrill of watching it happen in real time, which we may or may not do this year because it's Mother's Day. Um, and yeah, the Golden State Warriors won in the first simulator I already did. So yeah, ESPN
It doesn't
knows
matter. I'm
this
gonna
is
do one now if I
yeah.
can.
Well, are we
Actually,
going to cover, hang on, are we going to cover my idea of what we did last year of how the tiers of what team is being rigged for?
you know what I think we can do is we can do one of these draft lotteries now and go through it kind of in
Oh,
tiers as they
yeah. So
reveal.
switch. Okay, switch to user
I've
picks.
got it up.
Switch to user picks, and that's how it'll work.
Okay.
Then I think you can just do one by one.
Press start.
Yeah.
All right. So we are gonna hit it. How would I hit it? Would I just hit this thing? Yes, I
Okay.
would.
I think the only problem is we can't really tier it because I already know what the triple F tier team is for this, and it's the Kings. And technically speaking, the Kings can't be lower than ninth in the draft order.
Wait, no, this isn't. This just lets me actually rig the draft myself. Which is
But you can only pick it in certain. Yeah, you see how it works. So I
honestly,
don't think we
no, I don't understand this
can.
at all. Let me try auto draw for a second.
All right.
Yeah, see, I love this because
That,
then we see the Hornets and
yeah.
we can say whether what tier they're on for rigging it.
Oh, okay, okay. So we can just say whether they'd be like S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, F
Yes.
tier. Okay, okay.
I
So we'll
say
start
we
with the
do
Hornets.
this.
Okay, sure. So the Hornets,
And they're 14, so nothing, no one jumped.
right, and this fake one that we're doing, I would say they're like C-ish tier to jump to the top of the draft? I mean,
I
what's your
think they're B tier because it's
okay.
just kind of a mask off at like if Adam Silver gives them a top pick. First of all, I don't know who owns any of these picks. So if that's going to get me in trouble, I'm sorry. But yeah, you don't rig it for the Hornets unless you really want a powerhouse in Charlotte. Did you hear Bill Simmons' Bam Adebayo to Charlotte little thing he cooked up? Because that was actually his best work in years as a
No, and
potential trade.
I don't know how it makes any sense because I don't think that's what they need right now to get over the top.
Here's
Well, I
what
don't know,
Bill
maybe they
said
do.
that
What's
got
his
it.
trade idea?
Just Charlotte has Miami's first. For one, for
They,
next year, or
yeah,
although I don't think that matters at all with next year's draft right now.
no.
But also Bam's family like lives in the area and just shows up at Hornets games sometimes. So
Really? That kind of
yeah,
rules.
so that is actually interesting to me. Um, I do think Bam would fit. Like I like the Hornets. I think anyone who hears me talk basketball is like I've gotten in on the Hornets this year, even though they're the most evil franchise in existence historically. Um, they're kind of just an interesting, wacky young team. Yeah, I mean, Miami does have to at some point, and there are all these rumors that like Pat Riley is dead now for some reason.
Didn't he
I
just
haven't,
come out and say like he's healthier than ever? He had like a Donald Trump tweet that's like
yeah,
the
which
haters and
only makes
losers
me
don't
think
realize.
more and more that
Did he
he's
post a video
actually,
with like six fingers on each hand and
yeah,
like the
probably.
background doesn't move? Yeah.
No, let's put Hornets in C tier. They're boring. We don't have to waste time on the
They're
Hornets.
not likely to get a rig, but it's not I would say it's not outside the realm of possibility that they could get like
But
fourth.
it's like if he did, then Adam Silver's just like eating on people, showing off that he can.
Yeah.
Pick
But
13, it's still the Heat.
okay, S tier because
I was gonna say
I
A tier.
yeah, I think it's we need to move on from the Giannis drama.
Hmm.
And I think he wants to be in Miami. And I think if they get the first or maybe the second pick, that's enough for to build a trade around
Four. I think
for
four is
Giannis.
enough.
No, because I think it has to be a genuine, like, franchise changing guy. Like, I like Cam Boozer, but his ceiling is probably like Carlos Boozer, like all
Well, his
star,
his ceiling in
productive player.
Milwaukee is guy who leaves Milwaukee in 5 years.
That is true.
Um,
Well, what Milwaukee doesn't know is that is true for whoever they get with this pick if it gets traded. But That's 5 years from now.
I like the UNC guy who I can't. I have Caleb
Uh,
Wilson as his
Caleb
name, which I
Wilson.
know is wrong.
No,
Um,
that's his name. It's Caleb Wilson.
oh
It's
wow, okay,
Yeah, Caleb Wilson fascinates me because I think his ceiling. I mean, people say his ceiling is Kevin Garnett. I think his ceiling is more
okay.
like
Yeah, his
the
ceiling's a
idea.
top 15 player all
Yeah,
time.
yeah, no, no. I think his real ceiling is the idea of Miles Turner, but actually good. And I think his floor is Marvin Bagley. So like that's tough.
I don't feel like if he's that big, I don't feel like he ever played that big when I watched him. Um, I don't know.
He plays like more of a modern four than like
Sure,
yeah,
I guess most people don't play that big just in general, but also I
yeah,
kind of think they might have to start the way the league could go
yeah,
with free kite. We'll just see. I don't want to waste too much time on the Heat. We're kind of agreed with our Heat
yeah.
paranoia here too.
Yeah, it makes sense. I will say we said it last year that they were the top tier team for
They were
flag,
waiting.
but we fucked up and we recorded before the lotto was actually set, and then the Heat ended up getting into the play-in and losing their lotto pick, which the dunderhead move of the year this year was the Trailblazers, like losing
Yeah.
their first round pick to the Bulls to lose in 5 games to a Spurs team with a barely functioning Wemby,
Hey,
who still had a great series,
for a
but
second
his
there, we
brain is
thought the
scrambled.
Blazers were gonna win. I mean, I didn't personally, but some people
I
did.
didn't. I thought it'd be more competitive, and it just wasn't. I mean,
There was
they
that
literally
half
they
when
had
Wemby
a
was
game
back
and
and
a
they were
half.
trash.
Yes, they had a game and a half where it was competitive, and that was it. And I think I saw a stat that at halftime of Game Five, between halftime of Game Four and halftime of Game Five, the Spurs had outscored them something like 123 to 80,
The
like
other thing
something.
is that the broke
Yeah,
boy venture capital guy who owns Portland and cheaps out on everything, he needs
yeah.
that ticket revenue. So,
Yeah, he sucks. And of course, Adam Silver came out and said he knows exactly what he's doing. This is the same Adam Silver who thinks that there's going to be hypersonic commercial jets in the near future to help facilitate EuroLeague teams coming over to coming over to America to play in the basketball tournament that he has in mind.
I sometimes
He's
will say stuff like that when I'm
Silver.
like just kind of talking out my mouth, so I get it.
Silver might be the most calm person who is very clearly addicted to uppers because his entire
Mm,
demeanor is like
interesting.
very Elon Musk, Palantir guy. Everything he says is like that, but then he doesn't have that twitchy energy. So I don't know what's going on with his brain.
I've never done an upper in my life. I'd be curious to see what that would look like. Let's move on to
I've
pick 12.
Okay,
You cut out, luckily. It is OKC. They did
okay.
not jump in our thing.
I'm going to say they're D tier. They're not quite at the bottom because there's a possibility that Adam Silver has this idea that there's more interest in the NBA if it's like the 90s or the early aughts and there's just like a dominant
Yes,
dynasty team and he wants to bring that back. But that would be kind of a reversal from his I want every
from
team to be.
everything that he's done.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is pending what the finals ratings are because if the Thunder are back in it and the ratings are
Well,
down,
but it's not. It'll be before the finals.
oh,
It'll
that's
be
true.
the Western
Never mind.
Conference Finals.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
the Thunder will be in it. The ratings
Yeah,
will be down.
yeah,
Actually, they might be up because it might be Boston.
yeah.
But even
I
then,
mean, it's D tier because it would be very funny to give them a top four pick.
yeah, I
It would
think
be
that's about right.
bad for the rest of the
It's
league, but very funny.
it's like we would find out that Adam Silver has terminal cancer within a
Uh,
week if that
I'm
happened.
not sure I necessarily want that, mostly because they'd replace him with someone worse.
I don't want that because it means the Oklahoma City Thunder get the pick mostly.
Well, yeah.
Moving to
You're
our
fine
next
if
one.
Adam Silver is dying. Yeah, who's
I
next?
don't, yeah, I don't care.
Okay, let's
Um,
see here.
so
Okay, so the
interestingly,
Warriors
the
don't move.
Warriors did not move, unlike what will happen in the draft.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean, they're
all in.
definitely. I'm A tier for me. Like, I think
I'm
they
S.
probably. You think they could get the number one pick?
Yeah, I really do.
I
I
think it's
really
definitely
do.
possible. I could see them jumping up somewhere into four.
Right.
Maybe
I
not
kind
the
of think it'll be
outright.
3 or 4. And in fact,
Yeah.
3 makes a ton of sense. Oh my God, 3? You replace, and I don't really think they play. I don't know, defensively, no, but Draymond leaves and you bring in Boozer as like, oh, I'm Draymond, but I'm nice and I'm a professional.
And I can actually shoot a three. Yeah, Boozer's not a great
Yeah,
defender
I
like
don't
the
think they're
way
actually a good
Draymond
match
is,
in play.
but he actually would fit them pretty well. They would need to find like an actual center, like no
Just for
disrespect to
spook.
Gui Santos, but um like they need someone who like can actually play the five in a way they basically have never had in the Steph era.
I also
They could
think they
keep
should tear
Chris
apart.
Paul. What'd you say?
I think they should tear themselves apart. Hell, I
We
think
know
they
we've
should trade
discussed that.
Steph, but whatever.
That'll never happen.
I know.
Okay, all right. So, but we agree they're like at the top of the rigging tier list, S or A. I mean, either way,
Yeah,
I
let's
would
put
not
them
be
A.
surprised. I would not be surprised to see them jump top four. But
I
anyway,
think the Bucks are about to jump, but let's see.
all right. Let's see what they do with the
We go
Bucks.
full chalk
Oh,
for
chalk.
our
Okay.
draft. Bucks.
Okay. So the Bucks are interesting because the highest they can draft is two, and I do think it would be
Who does
really
it go to if
funny
they have one?
if the Hawks, if their pick is the one pick, the Hawks get it. But theoretically, it's some sort of confusing three-way swap with the Pelicans. So I think the
Oh
Pels
God.
pick could be two, and that can go to the Bucks. Or the Pels pick could go to one, and then the Bucks keep their pick, and that can go to two.
And
But
the
it
Pels
can't be
pick is
higher
the
than two.
Hawks pick.
Correct. The
So
Pels
this
can
doesn't make
choose
sense to me, but I'm following.
the Hawks can choose the better of those two picks, and then the other team gets the other one. It's very confusing.
If it's number
Um,
one. Otherwise,
yeah,
the Hawks are out of luck.
yeah, it's confusing. But
I
anyway, I mean, the Bucks. What do we think? B tier? I mean,
I
I don't know.
think it's I like had A tier in my head. I think this is another one I'm on the lookout for.
Uh,
I don't how bad were their tanking shenanigans really? I feel like they
they
got
weren't
away with
bad.
it.
They weren't bad. Well, I mean, I don't know. There was
They
the thing
weren't
where
Kings level and they
the
weren't
league investigated them for
the Giannis
not
thing.
for the honest thing. It's I don't know. And also I kind of low genuinely think that Adam Silver really hates their ownership setup because it leads to this kind of chaos. Like the
Yeah,
whole
but
like
they gave
the
so many picks to the Cleveland guy.
that's true. Here's what I think. I think they're going to do the post Giannis thing that they did for the post LeBron Cavs, where they get like three
Shitty ones.
mid yeah, three shit. Well, I mean, Wiggins wasn't
Like they get it
that
next
shitty, but
year.
they get in like 2027 and then maybe like 2029. And like nobody's on the level of whoever, but maybe they use it to like rebuild or something like that. Or Giannis comes back at like 35 and they trade those picks for I don't know who the Kevin Love of this draft is. How many
I mean,
first
honestly,
Yeah,
Boozer kind of
the Cavs
fits
got
into
Andrew
that.
Bennett. The Cavs got Kyrie, Andrew Bennett, and Wiggins, and then Kyrie was actually good,
Yeah, I
and
mean
then
those are
Wiggins
actually
was
good picks
fine, and then
overall when you have
Bennett
Kyrie.
was a disaster. Bennett, ironically, was the number one pick in the Giannis draft, I
Oh
believe.
wait, I have an Anthony Bennett tweet here.
What? What do you mean
Or
an
not
Anthony
tweet,
Bennett tweet?
not a tweet. One of my episode titles from my notes I can put in now.
Uh
I
huh.
said, and I don't remember, I actually do remember what I was doing when I said this, but I can't say. Jon Ossoff was looking like Anthony Bennett when I broke down the game tape.
Ouch. That's
Um,
not good for his reelection chances.
our episode title might involve Jon Ossoff. I'm on a Jon Ossoff kick. I kind of think he's going to win 28. Um,
Like presidency, he is going to lose the Senate this year
we'll
to
come back in a
to
couple of years
I
when.
assume an actual lynch rope because this
Okay,
is
so if he
Georgia.
ends up being president, this episode is gonna. Now I'm definitely naming the episode for him because I'll need it to remember to go back to like 10 minutes in the episode when I was stressed out after work and threw out that Jon Ossoff 28. Although I do kind of throw out everyone's name for 28.
Yeah.
Little life hack for you, but I actually might believe in him.
You're
And by
playing
believe in
all
him, I
time.
think he's one of the worst candidates ever and will be a
I'm
disaster.
sticking with my Pritzker Kelly ticket prediction. Anyway,
This
people
is,
once
I think the
once
Bucks are
big
B
boy.
tier because we got bored
Yeah,
and started
yeah,
talking about Josh Ossoff, by the
yeah, that's
way.
right. Okay, Bulls. Let's move on. What are they predicting for the Bulls?
They got to jump, right?
Yes, and I think that means the
Ooh.
Mavericks jumped too.
Ooh, it does.
Ooh, this is
Bulls
spicy
jump
because we're
and
getting into
Mavs
maybe
jump.
realistic territory. So the Bulls,
This
I
is
think,
so
are
realistic.
the Bulls are B tier for sure. Like at some point, they're gonna have to pull the trigger on. We need to give these guys another top pick. Like the Derrick Rose rigging worked for a few years until his knee exploded, and
Time
like
is now, right? Don't they? They
the
have a
time is
team
now
they could
because you
run
could
with,
put them
kind of.
you could put them in like number two, and it doesn't look that fixed, but they still get like a top player to build around, and like the team has nothing else. Like they are going to
There's
be
Josh
shitty
Giddey.
for a couple of years. It's Josh Giddey, it's Buzelis, and that's it.
Hey,
Like
Io Sunmu just like single-handedly won a game.
yes,
Frankly,
after
don't remember who's he playing for?
the Timberwolves, he scored
Yeah, it was
49
the Wolves.
after
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't positive.
White Dante and Ant both got hurt.
It's
Um,
that those games have been on at 10 p.m. for the most part, which is crushing me because I actually really liked watching game one, but they've been on
Yeah,
just
no,
crushing the other evening.
I have not stayed up for any of the Pacific Coast games. I'm watching like the game recaps because
Yeah,
that's
I
all I
get
can
up at
manage. I did
5:30. I hate to be old man, but it's like
Why do you get up
our
at
fate.
5:30? I don't get up that early.
Well, I have to commute. I actually get up
Yeah.
at 6:10 now because I moved closer, but if I'm
Right.
here, I have to
Okay, got it.
dox myself, but Northern
Okay.
Rhode Island.
Okay, so
Uh,
yeah, Bulls I think are at least B tier, maybe even A tier. I could be convinced of
they're
that.
like
Like
sneaky tier where I would respect the rigging. I think I'm rooting for
the
them.
time is now. I don't know if I'm
Opposite of
rooting
that
for the
is the
Bulls.
Mavs.
I will never root for the Bulls as long as the old fuck guy owns them. But like,
Reinsdorf.
it'd be with any, yeah. I mean, like as long as he's there, they're going to screw this up. Like
Who
he
are the
does not know
players
how
who
to.
would look cool in a Bulls jersey out of the four?
That's a good question.
Because I think Peterson's a disaster as a Bull, stylistically.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
not game, just like I don't see that working. I think
Peterson probably.
Dabansa,
Yeah, Dibanza would probably look good, and he's like the closest to Jordan out of the top prospects, I would say. Like people are going to say Peterson is closer, but Peterson's more like Brandon Roy to me. Um,
like Boozer just feels like a Bull, obviously.
well, Carlos was a Bull, right? His
Yeah.
dad, I think, played for Chicago. I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
And
But to
then
me, he's not a over the top piece if everything works out. He's like your
no, he's not.
1B guy.
If
So,
Adam's trying to help these kids succeed, that he will make the choice to not let like Boozer go to the Bulls. He'll have
I
him
mean,
go to Mavericks, honestly, which will be hell
yeah.
on earth. But I think very
Well,
realistic.
Boozer would be a really weird fit on the Mavericks because like Cooper is gonna be their four, and they have like six guys on their team who are fours. It's very weird. They got to make some
Cooper play
trades.
three a little or
He
not
might. Well,
really?
he could play the three. I think. I mean, you could do like
I
a
was
Charlotte
thinking of it.
Hornets
Yeah, I was
thing where you
thinking of
just have
him
two
there.
fours basically. But the
But he
Mavericks.
is a
I mean,
point forward.
the Mavericks like spiritually, I think they're in like the B tier, and like mentally, they're sort of the C or D tier to me. Because like there is a chance that they're still reaping dividends from the Luca trade, and that might be enough to get them back in the top four. But I also just like don't think it's necessary. Like you got your big guy, Kyrie's coming back. Like you need like it's not like the league is not that interested in giving Dallas like two number one star level players. Like Dallas is just not that important.
To die. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope
What
they
the
burn in
hell?
hell.
What the fucker was
Moving
that?
moving on. I just had my computer accidentally went off.
what,
Um,
what? Go off Waylon's computer. Oh my god.
yeah.
Anyway,
Moving on
what's your
from that, the Hawks are no, I mean the Mavericks. I hate the Mavericks. I kind of think they will. rig for them, but I hope not.
Yeah, who
They
knows?
got
We'll see.
enough. People would get mad, I assume.
Yes, I think people would get mad.
The
Um,
Hawks, it says Hawks here, but that goes to the Pelicans still, I thought.
well, no, the Hawks, yeah, this would no, the Pelicans don't have their pick at all because I think it goes to
No,
the
but I thought the
Bucks.
Hawks, oh, fuck me. I don't know.
Yeah, the Pelicans
Whatever.
don't have a pick at all. The Hawks and the Bucks get it. It's confusing. And
Whatever.
like
I don't care about the
don't
Hawks
forget, don't
too
forget, the
much.
Hawks aren't actually here because they finished they're in the playoffs. Like their pick goes to the Spurs.
Right. So their pick
This
is the
is
Pelican. This is all
this
correct
is where the
then.
Pelicans are. Yeah. So the Hawks
I had it
also it is
backwards.
funny that the Bucks keep their own pick and they're one spot behind the Hawks in like the mid to late lotto. This might actually be how it shakes out. This is good rigging
So
by
far, honestly, this is pretty
computer Adam
accurate.
Silver. I mean,
Um,
the Hawks, I don't know. I mean,
I like the Hawks as a team a lot. I don't think they need anything rigged for them. I think they're doing fine.
yeah, I mean, it would be
If it
nice if they got
bounces that
something
way, that would be
over the
awesome.
top. It'd be nice if they got something over the top, but it just feels like one of those franchises the league has never really considered. Like they're pretty in the C tier for me. Like maybe they get into the top four, but like
I
I
think
don't
so
see
too.
them
They're not in
getting
crisis and they're
anywhere.
not really a big reward
They're in the
team.
middle. They're just always going to be in the middle. Um,
Grizzlies are not going to jump up when I do this. I can't imagine. I would never rig it for the
Grizzlies, what?
Grizzlies. I think they're F tier. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Realistic
yeah,
draft.
yeah. They're D tier. I mean the tank was really obvious. They have a ton of picks over the next few years. I just don't see and like Memphis is kind of in the gutter right now between like LeBron's comments and everything else. I mean, Adam Silver actually came out and was like, "We're committed to Memphis. We love Memphis. It'd be nice if they played some games in Nashville."
Yeah, they're moving them.
Yeah, the NBA, the
LeBron
NBA.
took a check from the NBA to
Oh yeah,
begin it.
they are
They're
going to
moving them to
sell
Nashville.
their war crimes profiteer owner is going to sell them to a LeBron consortium, and LeBron's going to move them to Nashville, and they'll be the Tennessee. I don't fucking know.
Grizzlies. No one's creative.
That's true. They'll still, I mean, yeah, don't
Just
forget they were
terrible
the
name.
Vancouver Grizzlies. It actually made sense. Like, how many Grizzlies live in, are there Grizzlies
I mean,
staffing
the
the
Jazz
FedEx?
thing is obviously the most overplayed thing. I
The
kind of
Jet?
think Utah Jazz is a sick name.
It
Um,
somehow works because
I
it's
think it
it's
kind
all
of
the weird.
works.
It's the weird letters. You got the U and the J and the Z. Somehow it all works together, even though music might actually be illegal in Salt Lake
Probably.
City.
I
That's
cannot
weird.
imagine the Kings being in the top four here, but
Oh,
let's see.
Kings are quadruple F tier. I don't know where they're gonna put them. Let's
F.
see. Yeah,
They're done.
yeah. I think that's as far back as they can fall. Yeah, this
Yeah.
draft feels very realistic so far. If you buy that the Bulls and Mavericks are getting some Mavericks, yeah. Whatever the realistic lowest they can put the Kings are, anybody who goes to the Kings is probably screwed.
Oh,
They should
yeah.
absolutely should not want any of their big three prospects going there. That team is a dumpster fire.
Big four.
I would
I'm making
be
it a big four officially. I like Caleb.
I would be mildly surprised if Sacramento wasn't one of the two worst teams next year. I think my early prediction, depending on how the draft results
I
play
would
out, is Kings and Bulls as the two worst teams.
I'd be
Maybe
surprised if they
maybe the
don't win it.
Grizzlies are down there.
The lottery next year just because it's like, nah, now you can't say we
A,
have to
sh-
give you a pick.
a shitty year the Kings get it. That'd be kind of funny. And
Um,
enjoy Tyran Strokes or whatever that guy's name is.
I really think the Jazz should move up to number two, but let's see. So this
No,
is where me and the computer disagree. I really think the
yeah.
Jazz are,
I don't know.
I think
I
they're
don't
both
know.
S tier and D tier, but they
Yeah,
have pissed off Silver, which
there's
is,
two ways of looking at it. One way is that all of the anti-tanking stuff was just kind of smoke and mirrors, and that there was already a deal in place for them to move up to the top two and get Dibansa, so he goes from BYU to uh, the Jazz. And that Silver, Ryan Smith or whatever that Mormon rich guy who owns the
yeah,
team
the
paid off Silver
weird BYU dude.
and they're trying to keep track with the Utah Mammoth, who are already competitive after 1 year after moving to Salt Lake
Doing
City.
well.
Or the alternate view is that Silver really genuinely has a lot of disdain for the way they made the league look bad, and he's got protect the shield brain. And he's going to rig it so they're not in the top four and they don't get Divanza. I think you're right. They're either S tier or D tier. I guess you could average them out to C tier, but there's
Yeah, they're
two
kind
ways
of
of
like a
looking at it,
B.
and I don't. I would, yeah, I would not be surprised if they ended up top two. I would not be surprised if they end up fifth or sixth.
You know what? Where I'll put my hand up and say, "Hey, they got me," is if they are picking three. If they
That
are
would be
picking three, hand up, they got me. Adam,
comedy option three. They don't
yeah,
get Divanza, but they still in the top four. That would
that
be
would be like, Adam, you played me, you beat me.
yeah. That would be
Nicely
really
done.
funny.
You're one of our eight
Yeah.
listeners.
Yeah,
Let's
neither
see.
S tier or D tier, but a secret third tier that only Adam Silver knows about.
One of these three teams will be kicked out. Is it the Nets, the
It's the
Pacers, or the Wizards?
it's the
It
Wizards.
is
It's the
the
Wizards. Of
Wizards.
course, it's the fucking Wizards. They will never give the Wizards a top pick. It's a running gag at this point.
Yeah, and you
Um,
know what? They went all in to not all in, but yeah, I mean they kind of went all in with
this
their
is
little
another
moves.
one, not to the extent of the Pacers, but this is another one where I think there's a lot of disdain for the tank, and they just don't like Washington. They just do not like the Wizards. The Wizards will never keep the top pick. Yeah, this is playing out very realistically if you buy that the Mavericks have had a long-term rigging deal for
Deal.
the Luka in place.
I
Okay.
I could buy this as the draft
The
for
Wizards,
sure.
the Wizards are like F. They're not quite like Kings tier, but like they're lower D tier to me. They will never. Of course, watch Adam Silver does listen to this, and now he'll give them like the 3C just to be like, look, I'm not totally against them.
I would love it because I'm pro Wizards. They're my second
I
little
I
fun
do
team.
like the Wizards. I yeah,
I
they
love
are
DC.
bad. When they actually were giving a shit in the early part of the season, they were bad but fun. And I think the Trey Young, Alex Sarr, uh, what's the guy's name? I can always get it confused if he's Keontae
It's
George or
not
Kai
Keontae
Sean George.
George. I think it's
Which
Kai
one?
Sean.
Yeah, is Keontae the Utah Jazz one?
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah, I got them mixed
I'm
up.
pretty sure
Sorry.
Keontae's
And
yeah,
then
he's Utah.
the 15 games Anthony Davis is healthy. They'll be fun next year. It'd be nice if they were actually given a real talent in the draft, but whatever.
Let's do pick number four while we got time.
Who's coming in?
Who is getting Caleb Wilson? Is it? I love this.
The Mavs. I think that's funny though, because it's
I love
another
this.
four on a team of fours.
And
Yeah,
you can
that's
kind of get away with it.
I will say it's if the Pacers are picking three, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility. They take Wilson as like the Miles Turner replacement, and then Boozer goes to the
Can Wilson
Mavs.
play like a small center type of
I
deal?
think
I
he
mean,
can, but I think he fits better as like a modern four.
I mean, look, I watched
I mean, he's only. I
maybe
mean,
two games and some
yeah.
highlights of him, so I don't
Okay.
really know. But I didn't see much where yeah, I mean, he's 6'10". I guess he could.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't play him against like Wemby at the five, or like
No.
that guy from Michigan who's Ade Mara.
But
He's gonna
he
go
might
a
be
lot of
able to like trick Neesmith Queta a little, maybe, which
yeah,
is
yeah,
what the Pacers' goal is. Speaking of, I think the Pacers are going to wind up three here. That's what I would do.
yeah.
Ooh,
Who the Nets?
Brooklyn.
Pacers? Did they give the Pacers number one? Okay, so the Nets. Where do we think their tier is? I can't get a good hand on. Are they like B tier?
B, there, it's not rigging. If they get it, it's hey, this worked out. This is fine. We'll let
Yeah,
it play out. I do
the
know
Nets feel
Debanza,
like,
not Debanza, Peterson like wanted to go to the Nets was a lot of
and
smoke.
he does have a good Nets aesthetic. I don't know. He would look good in
Yeah,
their
I think he'd
jerseys,
be
I
a great net.
think.
Um,
It would be funny if they took another guard after taking four guards last draft and basically whiffing on was it four or five? I think
they took
four.
like
It
six
was
guys in the
it was
first. It was crazy.
Igor, it was Nolan Traore, it was Ben Seraph, it was Drake Powell, who's a two guard, but still. And then Danny Wolf played the one at Michigan occasionally. It's like a
You
7 foot
had
guard. It was really funny.
You
But
add
yeah, the
Boozer
Nets.
to that team, it's gonna be a disaster, honestly. And I
Yeah,
like Boozer,
it's
but
gonna
it's
look
just
weird.
so young and the talent is bizarre. I don't know. You would need a
Yeah,
really good coach to shift through it. I don't know who is coaching for Brooklyn.
it's Jordi Fernandez who like has a good rep,
That
but he's
doesn't mean
literally
anything
never
to me though.
done
So
anything. Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah.
say the Nets are on like the Bulls tier, where to me it's a now or never kind of rigging thing. Like you're either going to give a team, you're either going to. I think they do view this team as one of the quote unquote marquee teams, and like
Yeah, I think they're a
you're either going
market.
to give them a top tier team, especially because next year they lose their first rounder to the Rockets somehow. I don't know how that
Uh,
happened. Must have been the Durant trade or the Harden trade or the Simmons trade or one of the 9 zillion trades the Nets have made over the last 10 years. And like, yeah, they're on the Bulls tier, like B-ish, A-ish
I
tier
also
of
do
it's
like
now or
putting
never.
all three teams in the East for a talent distribution
Oh, I did
standpoint.
not even consider that
Yeah, I
angle. The
think that's
Bay,
really strong.
that's something that maybe, well, I mean, certainly we talked about the Heat jumping up. Like that would also be on the table.
Yeah, or the Bucks,
Um,
or
yeah,
maybe the Hawks.
yeah, it's
Um, I think the
that's another
Pacers will be
version
here.
of this. Yeah. All right. So
There's
who
a
do we got for
reward
two?
for
Is
how
it going to be
good.
the Pacers?
I'm rooting for the Bulls here.
Let's see here.
Oh, the Pacers are getting number
Wow.
one.
Okay. So that is so in this scenario, it's Adam Silver saw the ratings that the Pacers brought in the finals. It was like, we got to get
Which
these
was
guys back.
terrible.
The ratings
I
were
think it was
good for
like,
that
I
final.
thought it was a really low rated final.
No, I thought the Pacers Thunder had good
Oh,
ratings.
I don't think so, but maybe. Um, I mean, it
I'm
was a
almost
good
positive.
series.
It was
Yeah,
a good
you might
series.
be right. It
Yeah.
probably
But
went up
anyway,
as it went.
yeah, I mean, okay,
Does
yeah.
Debanza, not Debanza, I mean, if Peterson's number one out now, I don't know what the fit would be like with Hallie, but also it would give you a hell of a way to ease Halliburton back in.
Yeah, Peterson, assuming he isn't fucked up, because there's
Dude,
definitely been some
Debanza is
weird stuff
such a
going.
bull in my head. I'm all in on
That's
this.
true. Devanza actually makes a ton of sense as a bowl because like he's just gonna cook, and I think he's used to being on like shittily constructed teams and just sort of
Yeah.
dragging them to respectability, which is
Him
what he
in the
did with
Chicago
BYU.
market would be annoying, I
This
bet, after a while,
I'm
but
making a
really fun.
screenshot of this. This could be it. I mean, I think
I
the
would love
only
if we
part of
just
it,
called it.
yeah, the only part of this, I still believe that the Heat are going to jump up somehow and
I do
facilitate
think
a
the
fun
Mavs
string.
thing is pretty bold for the league to do,
Yeah,
although it would not shock me one
yeah,
bit.
yeah. The Mavs thing is sort of like that's the only part of this particular motto that we came up with that I'm like skeptical of. Like
From a
they've
market
got their
and
share.
team perspective, this
Correct.
makes sense. I don't know, the Jazz getting punished and going down makes sense to me.
Yeah,
I still kind of like the Bucks to end up there, but then I think that goes to the Hawks, you said, or something annoying.
yeah. It's
Um,
very confusing. Um,
so I don't
Kind
know.
of wild
I guess
that
I would replace the Warriors with the Mavs if I were doing this. Because
that makes a lot.
I do
Yeah,
really fear it's just like, oh, sorry, I guess they just have a horseshoe. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's random numbers can come up. Oh,
What is that
like I
voice?
don't know. That's my Adam Silver impression, I guess.
All right. All right. We still got a few minutes left here
We
before
have
I have to
under a
go.
minute left.
Oh, we do? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
we've
we
turned
got
through this.
this.
Waylon,
I'm
what are your
currently
final
waiting for my
thoughts?
dad to pour in through my room because I
What
just
are your
let him get home.
we're
Oh,
doing the
let me
big
give you.
finish.
Yeah,
Like,
big finish. I'm going to read you some things.
okay.
ChatGPT told me NBA playoffs could cure my depressive fog. Um, you know what?
Okay.
Kind of did. I'm feeling better.
There you go.
Oh, I had a question when I watched a game. Is it really okay to dress as the Joker in Denver? I know it's been years, but
Oh
come on.
no.
Because
No.
I saw someone doing that,
Oh no. I ew.
and yeah, I'm not sure. I find it hard to post about cat without sounding like a danger to myself, was one. Just I wasn't in a good place.